Welcome back. In this section, we're going to talk about how to prepare a database, which means we're going to start to make some real damage. So what is our checklist for this module? Well, first, we're going to install SQL Server Express. This is the foundation upon which we can create our development environment. Then, we're going to install SQL Server Management Studio that will be needed, of course, to perform any kind of operations upon the database instance. Last but not least, we're going to deploy a script, the SQL script that we've seen earlier, to create our development environment. So let's get into my virtual machine. Let's open up the cool stuff folder, and the first thing that we need to do is to install SQL Server Express. We got the installer right here. Let's double click. As far as the installation type is concerned, we can happily go with the basic one, because we don't really need to deep dive into any customized features. We want to accept the license agreement. The install location, we're happy with the default one. We're good to install. This whole process will take roughly 2 minutes. So just bear with it. So we have successfully installed SQL Express Edition. We don't really need to note down anything of this. But the default values are SQL Express for the instance name, and this is the administrator account. All this stuff will be handy later, but we don't really need to note that down. I'll just leave it here just for reference. Now, the second step is to install SQL Server Management Studio that will allow us to access our SQL Server instance. Cool stuff again. And what we're going to need is SSMS setup ENU. Just double click it. There you go. Install to begin. The only option that we have is the location. We're happy with the default one. And here we go again. It will take about another 5 minutes or so. So I'll see you later. All right, so the installation went fine, and in order to complete the setup, we're going to have to restart, and that's when it becomes handy, the auto login function that I outlined before. So let's hit restart. Here we go, nice and ready to move forward. So we installed SQL Server, and we installed SQL Server Management Studio. So let's see if everything works okay. Just look for SSMS. I open up the application. Here's the welcome screen. All right, so we can connect to our instance of SQL Server just to make sure that everything works okay. Let's go for connect. The connection was successful. As you can see at the moment, we only have system databases. We don't have anything specific to any working environment that we can have. But for this, we have the creation script. So let's pull it up. Let me open up File Explorer, Desktop, cool stuff. Now we have this script, schema set up. Then I'm going to open up with SSMS. The script, it's pretty much straightforward. It will create a database with tables, views, stored procedures, users, and the name of the database will be Acme Dev, the company that makes everything. So let's execute the script. We have confirmation that the query was executed successfully. If we refresh, we should be able now to see our Acme Dev. That's the suite. We got the tables. And just to make sure that we got everything nice and clean, let's open up, these one country codes. We right click, set the top 100 tables. Good. We have our dev environment, and now we're ready to install the Redgate SQL Toolbelt.